What's up everybody? Jonathan here on Farming Simulator 17, and today we're looking at the IMT 5131 Cable Skidder. This is a really cool mod. It came out not too long ago, and I was kind of browsing around on YouTube and trying to figure out how this thing worked. I couldn't ever find anything really. There was some good videos, some gameplay, but not a whole lot of how this thing actually works. And this particular one I've got here is I've got the dual tires on it, obviously, and I've got the rims painted yellow, which that's basically the only options you can do is the tires and the rim color. But I thought the yellow kind of matched the color of the tractor, so I thought I'd keep it. And going around to the back side here, we've got a winch and a big guard, I guess, for the tires in the back of the tractor, so you can butt the logs up to the back of the tractor and get them up over stumps and stuff, which is a problem. But overall, I think this is a really nice mod. I don't have in front of me exactly who did this, but we can put that in the video description below. But it's got a blade on the front that goes up and down. It's got all kind of neat looking lights on it. It's not dark at the moment now, so I can't really show it off too well. And then the door opens over here, and you can hop in. And the interior, no, it's not too much to look at. Just basically got a steering wheel and some levers down there. And of course you can spin around. It's got the bars in the windows, which is really cool. And to open and close the door, you just hit R on the keyboard. Hit the R key. Well, maybe you have to be outside. Yeah, so R on the keyboard when you're outside opens and closes. I'm not sure if there's a way to make it do it on the inside. Probably not. But anyway, let's take a look at this as a skidder, as it's supposed to be doing. And of course, on the outside it's got all the roll cages and bars in the windows and stuff. So it's a really nice mod. I mean, really detailed. The cylinders for the pivoting point there works. That's pretty neat. And the lights, like I said, you can't really get a good idea of, but you can kind of see they've got some kind of hazy looking effect to it. It's pretty neat. Looks really cool at night. But okay, so the way this thing works is you back up to your log that you want, and we're going to grab this one first. And now it depends on if you've got what game level you're playing on, easy, normal, or hard. And right now I've got it just on normal, so when I hop out, the tractor's going to shut off. But I don't think that matters. Let's see. So when you hop out of the tractor and your tractor's close enough, you can go over to the log, and when your mouse cursor turns into a little hand, you hit the B key on the keyboard. Yeah, so there we go, it hooked it up. Now sometimes you might get the turn tractor on first message, and so if we go back into the tractor and hit our F1 key to pull up the little menu, at the very top you see it says turn on tractor, and that also could be to where it won't let you winch it. Let's see. So to winch the logs to you, you hit the Z key on the keyboard. Yeah, see it says turn on winch first. And so to do that, you just hit B on the keyboard, and then you can hit Z. And it pulls the log to you. Now let's say you're going up a hill, and the tractor's really struggling, and you need to get the tractor up the hill, then winch the logs to you. What you need to do is, of course, if you start driving, you're going to pull the logs, but if you hit the X key on the keyboard, then it releases the winch and lets you drive on out to a certain point. I'm sure I haven't really tested to see how far you can go, but why would you want to go too far anyway? And then to get the log back to you again, once you've gotten up the hill or over the obstacle or whatever, just hit the Z key and it pulls it to you. I'm going to go ahead and back up some so we're not waiting on all day to get the tree to us. But it's a really cool mod. I mean, if you, like for instance, if you get a log truck stuck in the mud, or maybe it's just high centered on a ridge or something, what you can do is you can back the tractor up to a tree. Like, let's see if I can show you an example. So you back the tractor up to a tree like this, and you can winch all day and pull that sucker out of there, so that's pretty neat. And then to release the chain, all you got to do is hit Shift and B on the keyboard, and see, I don't know what if there's any kind of, okay, well it's just, well, X releases the rope, but oh, and then we got a Shift Z does the fast winch. Okay, I didn't realize that. So, but anyway, to get rid of the logs you've got on the winch, you just hit Shift and B, and it releases it. Okay, so let's check out that fast winch option. I didn't realize that was there. So Shift and Z. There's a stump right there in front of it, so I don't know, we may not get too far, but maybe I can pull it off to the side. See, it's already got us stumped. There we go. Okay, so we're going to hit X to release the rope. And then it said hit Shift and Z to fast winch it. So let's do the slow first. Okay, so, oh, yeah, forgot again. Okay, so there's Z. Now if I'm going to hit the Shift key, maybe it'll speed up. There it goes. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. That'll come in handy. I didn't realize that was there. Alright, that's nice. Okay, now, let's say you want to pull more than one log. We just basically do the same thing. You just come over here to where there's another log. You hop out. Walk over to the log until your hand, or your mouse cursor turns into a hand. Hit the B key and hook up another one. You can keep going, and the only limitation you have, as far as I can tell, is you see up there in the menu, I just turned on where it says remaining chain 29 or 12.29 meters. I could walk over here and reach a certain point to where it stops. So I can't hook up anything past, let's see, past right about there where that limb is. Past there, I can't hook anything else up because it not enough chain left. So I've hooked up as many as, I think it was like 8 or 9, maybe 10 trees, something like that. So you can hook up quite a few. And the only other the only other limitation there is the tractor power itself. This tractor, in my opinion, is a bit underpowered. I think it needed just a bit more power, but that's where the winch comes in handy. And in fact, let's see, we've only got 2 logs hooked up right here. And let me see if I can start to drive up this hill. You can see what it does. I mean, it slows down immediately. So what you need to do is hit the X to release the rope. You drive on up a little ways. Then you do a Z or a Shift Z. Oh, I keep forgetting to turn the thing on. And then you just winch the logs up to you. And you can keep on driving once you get over the hill or wherever. Okay, so Shift and B again releases them. So I've discovered that this cable skidder is a lot more efficient than the grapple skidder, even though where I live, most of what I see is grapple skidders, just because we don't have the terrain like some of the mountainous or other states like that have. Here in Louisiana, we're pretty flat. There's some pretty good hills over in the northeastern, well, mid eastern part of the state. There's a few hills here or there, but not many. Okay, so let's look at the front of the tractor real quick. We haven't talked about that yet. And I'm going to cut this tree up into a shorter length. let's take a look at this. Now, of course, I said it has a blade on the front of it. And just like most skidders that I've used that have a blade, you use your right mouse and then just move it to the right to make it go down, and left to make it go up. But if you drive up to a log, you can hit on the keyboard, it's the L keyboard, and it activates the straps. And it must not have liked my positioning. Let me see if I can't get this out away from this stump a little bit. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm gonna put the blade down. Let's see if we can. Maybe this log may be too big. I don't know. I was trying to grab that too. Okay. Well, anyway, it's trying to grab this other one over here, but this log might be too big. I'm not sure. I haven't really tested this out a lot. I tried using it not too long ago, and yeah, this log right here may be too big. So let's try this other one behind us. It's kind of a small tree. Yeah, if somebody could come out with a cable skidder that looks, you know, a lot like more of the grapple skidders, that'd be pretty awesome. This one, the other thing I think about this skidder is the tires are just too small, I believe. That's my opinion anyway. Alright, let's see if we can pick this one up. Alright, well, it doesn't seem to want to pick that one up either. Anyway, the straps are there, if you can figure out how to use them. See if I can figure out what's going on. It seemed to want to grab the other tree over there when we're trying to pick up the bigger piece. I'm not sure why it's not wanting to grab this one now. Well, now it's trying to grab that big one over there. I don't know, this is weird. But anyway, it's, you know, you can maneuver trees around with these straps, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly what they've got in mind with the length of these things. The straps. Well, anyway, that's kind of acting weird, but apparently you have to be a ways away from it instead of the blade right up. I thought the blade may have to be right up next to it, but anyway, you can kind of maneuver logs around with that if you have to. I don't see that as being very useful in my opinion, so I probably won't ever use that. But the tractor itself, like I said, it's a bit underpowered. When you hook up about 4 or 5 of these big logs, it really kind of struggles, even on some moderate, slight inclines. You know, like that one we pulled up a minute ago, it probably wouldn't even make it up there; it'd stop. But like, let's see, just over the top of the cab, there's this kind of a small little hill going up. It'd probably struggle a bit. It might get up there, but it'd struggle some. In fact, let's just kind of play around a bit here. We got a few more minutes, maybe. So you hit B once your mouse cursor turns into a little hand, and we'll go ahead and get this one loaded up too. And probably have to maneuver back around. Like I said, stumps will get you. That's probably what's happening here, or the tip of the tree is probably up against a stump back there somewhere. So you just have to kind of try to drive out straighter. Sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. There we go. Okay, so let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. You know, top speed's 20, we're going 15, 11, well, 10, 11, something like that. Trying to get turned back around so we could hook up a few more. Probably about to run out of chain though. But anyway, you get the idea. You can hook up as many as you can as long as your length of chain holds out. Now let's try something here. Not sure how far it's going to let us go. It's like we're getting to the end. I was going to back up to this tree and try to winch the logs to us. Let's see if that's going to work. Not quite sure what's going to happen. So I think one of the trees back there is hung on a stump. I guess it broke loose. But anyway, this is a really nice mod, really useful, really efficient at getting logs to the landing. Because, like I said, the ground pole loader, unless you've got a skidder that has a strap on it, at best you're probably going to get 2, maybe 3, sometimes 4, but most likely only 2 or 3 logs at a time before they really start slipping out of the grapple and just, you know, not very useful. So let's see, I don't know how many trees we got now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe, something like that. And it pulls them pretty good. But anyway, that's gonna do it. I just kind of wanted to show off this cable skidder. I haven't really seen too many YouTube videos that actually show you how to use it, because I couldn't figure out, number one, how to open the door, which I don't really care about that, but I couldn't figure out how to winch it, and finally I just started hitting buttons and figured it out. But so anyway, Z on the keyboard pulls them to you. X releases the cable so you can drive up a hill or over a ridge or something, and then winch the logs to you. And then shift just does it a little faster. But anyway, that's going to do it for this review. Before we go though, I will go back to the menu real quick and show you what the options are. So when you come to it here in the menu, you got just the basic setup, which is the standard wheel. You do have the twin wheels, which adds $3,000, which I don't know, I kind of like it with the twin wheels. Looks pretty neat. But that's the only 2 options you got. Then with the rim color, you've got gray, yellow, and black, and that's it. So anyway, it's $11,000 plus whatever add-ons you put to it. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed this mod review. This is the IMT 5131 Cable Skidder. Really nice mod. Go check it out. I'll have the link to the mod in the description below. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.